You're 2 months late. Yes, no, I remember you. You're 2 months late. You're supposed to be here in July. It's September. It was a 6-month check-in. You're supposed to be here in July. You came by the office and I wasn't here. Interesting. Did you come by the office every day in July? You did. That's fair. I'm sorry. I had a lot of errands to run. Family emergencies and such. Well, in that case, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to disappoint you. Let's just pretend it's July, okay? Alright, okay. Welcome back. If you forgot, my name's Arnie. I'm with Willow's Resolutions. I'm a specialist here for the Federal Bureau. Yes, I'm still working here. I have a lot of hours to make up for lost resolutions. My 20s was not a good time in my life, thank you for asking. So, how's it going? I should pull up your file, of course, yes. I'll definitely do that. Well, to be honest, I don't know if Bridget told you, but our system, sort of filing system, burnt down a while ago. Yeah, sort of partially why I'm here, partially why I left. It's a long story, but I do remember who you are and a little bit of what we had planned. So we'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Let me grab one of my pens. Yes, a lighter. That's so fun. All right, let's get started. Start with the taser with a clicky pen. All right, so if I remember correctly, we had a couple sets of goals for you, a couple categories. Remember, one was gaming. Remember that very clearly. I know we talked about education. Gym was a big one with you. Fitness, lifestyle, all that good stuff. Fitness stick in your mouth. What was the other one? Mental health. You think I'd remember that just looking at you, but that's fine. That's definitely taken a decline, huh? Yeah, I had a feeling. All right. Let's just start with the easy stuff. So the gaming, I remember you were big on streaming. How is that going? What was the goal for that? Do you remember? Stream every other week on Tuesdays at 6 or 7. You can't remember 6 or 7. I know, I'm sorry. I should have written it down. Sorry. Said we got 2 weeks in the year that you could take off for 6 weeks. So, 2 break weeks and then holidays, right? Okay, I think that sounds about right. I think you're on it. How is that going? How is streaming going? Started off okay. All right, and then once it hit like March, you sort of stopped posting, streaming. Yeah, I know the feeling. All right, that's okay. So how long have you not been streaming? A couple of months. Okay. So no, that's fine. The thing is that this is the reevaluation, right? So we're reevaluating the goals so you don't have to perform those community service hours for every resolution you lost, right? So the resolution, those community service hours come at the end of the year. So reevaluating is okay, but we still have to have something in line with the goal that you set. So let's get started looking at this. So was it that you were playing the same game? Was it that there wasn't anybody really joining you? Because there was more to that, right? You had to post something on your story every time you streamed or something like that. You had to like market it. Perf. Okay, did you... Sorry, we'll get another pin. Did you do that? You did. Okay, but you posted every time you streamed. You just stopped streaming after a couple of months. Okay, so again, was it the game that you were playing? Was that not it? Was it that it was too frequent, not frequent enough? I feel like if it had been not frequent enough, you would have been doing it more, huh? Okay. Just not a lot of people to play with you. It's an odd phrase, huh? I think you did a very good job trying to post every time that you streamed. I think that's really good. Lets people know, even just your friends, that you're doing it. I think it's a good idea. What if we decided we're going to switch it up a little bit and you're going to do a different game every month and you're only going to stream twice a month instead of 4 times a month? How does that sound? Was the Tuesday still okay for you? Yes, okay, great. So let's keep it at Tuesdays. Lord. Tuesdays. Did you do 6 or 7? Just in the afternoon, after 5. Okay, after 5 at some point. And you'll do them every other Tuesday. Okay. And then we're going to switch games every month. It's not really crazy for you to switch up games, especially when you're starting out. You got to find what works best for you, you know. I think about some streamers that have gone viral like on TikTok for doing a specific game, but they play a bunch of different games, and so they start doing more of that one game because they got pretty popular doing it. They ended up liking it a little bit more, and they like, you know, the intake of people coming to them. So I think it's not a bad idea to sort of switch up games, see what works best with everyone, what works best for you, what other people are liking. Since it's so personal and it's so in your space, if you're having a good time, they're probably going to have a good time too, yeah? So switch up games every month. You'll play every other Tuesday after 5 o'clock. I still want you to post on your story every time you stream. That's the word. Every time you stream. No, I've had a few cocktails, so please don't pay too much attention to me. The dog stopped barking and the cat started meowing. Is that a bad omen for this channel? The dog started barking again, so it's not a bad omen. It's fine. Is that something you think you could do? We're not going to call it a 6 months. We're going to call it 4. We're pretending that it's July, but you're only going to be doing it for 4 months. Is that okay? You think that's possible? Okay, sounds good. All right. And then the next category, probably the easiest to deal with, education. How's schooling going? You haven't dropped out yet, right? I'm so proud of you. Good girl. Okay. I think you're planning on auditing a class, right? Was that for like graphic design or something? Art history. Sorry. Okay, right. Art history, you're going to audit a class. Change pins. We don't need this pin anymore. Do the big pink pin, yeah. So you're gonna audit a class, I remember that. Right, but had you been accepted? You did, and you haven't dropped out, and I'm so proud. You've only been doing the class for 5 months, so it took you a little bit to get in. No problem. Okay. And then I remember there was something about office hours, but what else was there? You had to turn everything in on time. Didn't have to be completed, it just had to be finished. It just had to be turned in on time. Okay. We said that you needed to go to office hours. Was that once a month or once every 2 months? I can't remember. 1 office hour a month. Okay, perfect. Can do. So how have you been liking office hours? Are the office hours helping you in your time in the class? Okay, you think the professor's hot. That's really nice. But are the office hours to talk to the professor helping you? Yes? Okay. That's good. Are you still only going once every 1 hour every month, or are you doing... Sorry, you're doing 1 a week. That shook the bubble out of me. That's so funny. Alright, 1 every week. And you are having a professional relationship with this professor, right? Okay, I do have a referral for like a clinic. if you need like a counselor, but I won't get into it right now. Have you turned in everything on time? You have. Good. Has it been easy to do that? The office hours have been helping you to turn in everything on time or do extra credit. Okay. I'm a little concerned about the way you're talking about this. I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna try not to get you expelled, okay? Alright, sounds good. I'm just gonna... You've got education covered. Not a problem. No, I don't want to hear about it. Isn't that so funny? I would just rather not know, because you're an adult, right? You are an adult. Thank you for showing me your ID. You're an adult. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Just please don't tell Ernie about it, okay? Go tell Bridget or somebody else. I don't really care. And then we've got I know we've got fitness and mental health. Can we keep fitness to the end? Because I have a feeling that's going to be a doozy. Please. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do mental health. Not that that's not going to be a doozy, but I do think it might be easier. That's not mental part, okay? I remember this well. You had to journal every day. Have you been doing that? No. Yeah. What have you been doing instead? Okay. Again, don't want to get you expelled. Something else. Okay. You've just been like journaling and like rage journaling every couple of weeks. Yeah, that makes sense. How many pages are you usually filling up with those? Like 4, yeah. I do the same thing. That's all right. So we just might need to reevaluate that one in particular. I remember there was something about your depression. Do you remember which one that was? Showering. You had to shower. Oh shit, you had to shower every 3 days. Okay. How's that been going? Good. You're doing that? Every other day is a wash day. Look at you. Alright. Have you found that it's easier to do this year? A little more difficult? Or is it was hard at first, but now it's getting easier to do? Good. I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Good job. Baby steps, baby. You don't need to do everything all at once, but I do want to talk about the journaling. What aspect of the journaling makes it difficult for you to finish? Okay. It's that once you let it get built up over like a day, if you're too tired to do it, you sort of end up having too much. You can't even begin to... Okay. So have you thought about sticky notes? Yeah, or like index cards or something, and just writing down the thought you have on the sticky note or index card. And I do that sometimes. It helps me pile up my thoughts. So that way when I am ready to sit down and journal, I can go, oh, I had that thought. Oh no, I don't need to talk about that. I'm good about that now. That already passed. Have you thought about doing that? Okay. Well, why don't we just try post-its or something? How about we do a post-it a day, or just an index card or something, one of those a day. Beginning of the day, end of the day, middle of the day, whenever you have a thought that you feel like you need to write down, go ahead and write that down. And then just try and journal once a month. If you can compile those, or just find whichever ones you have lying around, and then just compile those and write whatever you see. You can be writing them word for word, it can be writing them word for word and then elaborating on them, or it can just be reading it and then go ahead and write about whatever you're thinking about. Does that make sense? I know it's a little long-winded. I told you I had some cocktails, leave me alone. And then just keep going with the showering, yeah? Just try and keep showering as consistently as you are. Try not to think about it. We're not even going to really evaluate that one. Just pretend it's not even there anymore, okay? Okay, good. I don't want you to think too hard about it because you've done so well with it. I am really proud of you. You're doing a very good job, sweetie. Alright. And then I think I'll need a new page for this one. So, how is your fitness goals going? Yeah, let me get a different pen for this one. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll get the Sharpie out for this one. Okay. I know we've had quarters. So we had a first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. We're gonna pretend that we're just gonna be honest, we're in the third quarter. So the first quarter, something about the gym, right? You remember them well. Go to the gym once a week. Okay. How did that go? Didn't happen. Okay. That's fine. Second quarter, do you remember what that one was? Okay. You started going to the gym once every week. Okay. How did that go? That's when you started going once a month. Okay. So that didn't happen, but that's fine. Was this quarter was just be active once a week? How is that going? That's going better. How so? What'd you do? What'd you find? Okay. Your work has a gym. Okay, that's fun. They have yoga classes. Okay, so you're taking a yoga class once a week. That's so exciting. Good job. As long as you're moving your body. What do you do when you don't go to yoga? Just go for a walk. Good. Oh, I'm so glad. Sometimes you don't do it and you feel like you're a failure. Yeah, I understand. I think there's a lot of shame in the things that we don't do for ourselves, and it becomes a bit of a pattern. It's really hard to get out of. Pretty sure there's like psychology around that too, the like shame cycle. What I need you to remember is that you're worthy of feeling good, right? You're worthy of changing your life. You're worthy of being loved. So that doesn't mean that that's indicative on how often you're active. These are just goals. If you don't reach them, you'll just come work with me for a couple weeks. So let's keep going with that. We need to reevaluate. I don't even care what else I said on that list. Just know we're going to keep you at a steady pace with what you're doing now. So when you're up to it, when you feel like you can do it, be active once a week. That's what we said. We said you're going to just keep doing that. Okay, great. And holidays? Yeah, not on holidays. Perfect. Good. Let's just keep doing that for the rest of the year. Okay? Do your best. Remember, you deserve to eat. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to walk away from spaces that you don't feel happy, safe, or comfortable in. And you deserve to feel like you can exist in your body without the need to change it, okay? I know. It's a lot. But just one day at a time, one baby step, put one foot in front of the other. You Americans love that movie, right? There you go. You'll be fine. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and pencil you in. That's not a pencil. I'll pencil you in for how does January 1st sound? Good. Because I won't really make my schedule until like the second week of January. So, no, I'll probably still be here. I haven't quite done any of my resolutions quite yet. But we're about to start reevaluating, so that's fine. Pencil you in for the first. Yes, 1st of 2024. I know. It's a scary thought. And then, if things don't work out, you and I can just be best buds for the rest of the year, and you can work with me, okay? Okay. You can go now. But thank you for stopping by 2 months late. Have a good day.